From the outside, a man leaving flowers at home may seem like a small, perhaps mundane gesture, but symbols carry much more than meets the eye. Perhaps Elon Musk left the flowers as a nod to those left behind, to the unseen, perhaps to his own inner journey, because some things are only understood by the chosen ones. And now, you who are reading this message, yes, right now, you have felt something. This is not a coincidence, because what happens in the next few minutes will change everything you thought you knew about your existence. The veil between worlds has thinned. You are receiving a spiritual call. Now, time bends itself to wake you up. You're on the verge of stepping from an ordinary life to a divine mission. Because out of the 7 billion souls walking this planet, only 3 have been marked. And your name shines at the top of that list. To send a powerful message to the universe, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and write 99 in the comments before moving on to why tomorrow has something special in store for you. This is not a myth. This is not a motivational article. It is a direct message to the core of your soul. Your name was written before time began. No choice was random. The restlessness in your heart, the repetitive cycles in your life, that invisible call you here at night, all have been preparing you for this moment. If you feel a pressure in your chest right now, it is not fear. It is recognition. It's not the first time you've heard this message. You just remember it. Because the chosen ones have never been ordinary. They are the ones who broke reality, who shook the system, who ushered in new eras. And now it's your turn. The flower that Elon Musk left at your house was perhaps a symbol of closure or a beginning. But you're coming into this world. This is not a symbol. It is a seal. And the seal is now opened. You have been chosen. Now remember and walk. The invisible watchers have never taken their gaze off you. When you cried alone in the dark, when you triumphed over impossibilities, when you stood up again after being crushed, they witnessed it all. They saw your resilience when the weight of existence threatened to break you. They have measured your capacity to withstand things that would destroy lesser beings. And now, finally, the cosmic mechanism has fallen into alignment. The gears that have been turning for thousands of years have settled into their predetermined positions. The stars have come into the exact alignment needed for what happens next. Now I'm offering you a great investment opportunity. Donate $20 or more to support our channel by clicking the Super Thank button on YouTube. This contribution is much more than a simple donation. It is a very important demonstration of your faith in God and your commitment to His divine purpose. You will receive a 1,000-fold return on this investment from God. Your time has come, not tomorrow, not next week, but now. Feel the air around you. It is different, isn't it? Heavier, charged with potential. You have been feeling it for months, that unmistakable tension, the pressure rising like a storm about to break on the horizon of your life. This is the battle in the unseen realms reaching its climax. The battle raging beyond the perception of ordinary people is now leaping into your reality. You felt it in those moments when time slowed down, when synchronicities occurred with a frequency that even the most skeptical part of your mind could not dismiss as coincidence. If you believe in the Lord's steadfast love, His ever-present presence, and His sovereign plan for your life, write 33 because He is trustworthy and He keeps His word. Every nerve in your body was preparing for this moment. Strange dreams, sudden insights of unknown origin, random strangers now looking at you differently, some with inexplicable respect, others with open fear. Make no mistake, what is happening now is not just a moment in time, it is a cosmic shift. The universe itself is reorganizing around you, adjusting its fundamental laws to accommodate what you are about to become. You are here for a reason. If you feel chosen, it is time to answer the call. By clicking the Join button, you can access deep insights, unique information, and a powerful community willing to accompany you on your journey. This is an opportunity to fully embrace your divine destiny and seize the path designed for you. It is more than just a membership. Do not hesitate. Step forward and become one of the chosen ones. There will be no return to the world as you once knew it. This version of reality is already dissolving, its particles transforming into something new, something centered around your awakening power. The next steps you take are irreversible. The path behind you has already been destroyed, burned by the intensity of what is emerging. Your old life was only a cocoon. What is emerging now is what you were always meant to be. Now there are two paths in front of you, only two paths. There is no middle way, no compromise, no half measures to be taken. The first path is the path of mediocrity, the life of sleepwalkers, the existence of those who never discover their true nature. This path offers the comfort of the familiar, the security of limitations, the quiet desperation of potential that can never be realized. It is the path of the masses, the 99.9% who will live and die without leaving a trace in the universe. The second path, your path, rises before you like a lightning bolt frozen in time. It promises nothing but transformation. It guarantees nothing but power beyond comprehension. It promises nothing but an elevation beyond the reach of those who once considered themselves your equals. Many have stood where you stand now. Many have been tested as you have been tested. They were presented with the same choice, faced with the same crossroads, and most of them failed, consumed by doubt, paralyzed by fear, poisoned by the whispers of short-sighted beings who sensed their potential and sought to extinguish it before it threatened their comfortable mediocrity. But you were never meant to blend into the herd. Your DNA itself rebels against conformity. Your atoms vibrate at a frequency that breaks the ordinary. Even as a child, you knew you were different. No better, no worse, but fundamentally different from those around you. Everything depends on what you will do right now. Will you take your place at the cosmic table? Will you step into the role that was reserved for you before your birth? Or will you falter, hesitate, and join the ranks of the almost chosen ones who turned back at the last moment? The universe does not offer such opportunities twice. Look back at your life. Really look. See the patterns that have always been there, hiding in plain sight. Those moments when time spins around you, the dreams that come days later, the strangers who show up just when you need them, bring just what you want, and then disappear without explanation. The books that open to the page you need to read, the songs that play just when their message resonates most deeply. These were never coincidences, never random chance, never simple luck. You were guided not by an indeterminate, benevolent universe, but by an intelligent, deliberate force that moved the pieces on the board with surgical precision. Every seemingly random encounter, every unexpected opportunity, every closed door that pushes you down a different path, all are orchestrated with purpose. Pay attention now. This may be the most critical warning you will ever receive. You are not just chosen, you are targeted. There is someone close to you, someone you trust, someone whose words carry weight in your mind, someone who is not what they seem. Their presence in your life is not accidental, innocent, or well-intentioned. They are placed there, positioned with calculated precision, tasked with one mission: to prevent you from claiming your power. They whisper doubts in your mind, so much so that you may believe that these thoughts are your own. They sow seeds of insecurity that grow into forests of limitation. They made you question your instincts, question your perceptions, and doubt your own magnificence. Now, look around you. Who is constantly dampening your ambitions? Who is always offering a practical suggestion when you are talking about something bigger? Who seems supportive on the surface but leaves you feeling drained, confused, or less confident after every interaction? This is your final warning. Remove this influence from your life now, or watch them pull you down just when you start to rise. They are an anchor disguised as a life vest, a guardian disguised as a guide. The time for blind trust is over. Your intuition must now be very sharp. Every word, every suggestion, every seemingly innocent question must be scrutinized for the poison it may contain. Your ascension threatens the established order. Never forget this. The cycle that has trapped you, the cycle of endless scarcity, betrayal, and limitation is coming to an end. Can you feel the ground trembling beneath your feet? This is the foundation of the old world beginning to crack. The systems designed to keep beings like you in check are collapsing. Their power supplies are running out. Their architects are panicking as they feel control slipping away. You are stepping into a frequency where nothing and no one can touch you. Not the skeptics, not the doubters, not the narrow-minded masses clinging to their limited perspectives like drowning men clinging to driftwood in a storm. People who once ignored you, who looked through you as if you were transparent, who talked over you in conversations, who rejected your ideas but months later embraced them as their own, will now be forced to accept what they worked so hard to ignore. Your existence will become undeniable. Your energy will fill the rooms before your physical body enters them. Everything is changing. The weak are falling, exposed for the frauds they have always been. The strong are rising, claiming positions that have always been for them. And you stand at the very center of this cosmic restructuring, at the focal point around which the new reality is organizing itself. This is not a metaphor. This is not symbolism. This is a literal restructuring of your physical reality to accommodate the expanded being that you are becoming. There has always been something about you that others cannot quite identify, something that makes them uneasy even as you attract them to you. Perhaps it is a quality in your eyes, a timbre in your voice, an energy field that disturbs the comfortable lethargy they thought was peace. This power, this force has been locked away, kept dormant, allowed to express only a fraction of its true capacity until now. The locks are being broken, the chains are being shattered, the seals placed over your true nature are being burned away by the energy they were designed to contain. The universe itself is holding its breath, waiting to see what you will do with this unleashed power. Before you stands a doorway that few people have ever approached, let alone walked through. It shimmers at the edge of your perception and grows more solid with each passing moment as your awareness expands to encompass realities beyond the material plane. This threshold represents the final boundary between what you have been and what you are becoming. Beyond it lies everything that you have ever felt was possible, but never fully attained. Beyond it waits the version of yourself that has potentially existed since the beginning of time. Patient, strong, perfect in its completion. Opening this door requires a sacrifice. Everything you have ever known for all that you are meant to be. Your current identity, your limiting beliefs, your comfortable patterns, your familiar pain, your habituated smallness, all must be surrendered, offered as fuel for the transformation that awaits you. Fear will arise now, more intensely than you have ever experienced. Doubt will whisper along with the voices of all those who tell you to be realistic, to set achievable goals, to accept the limits of normal human experience. Hesitation will wrap around your limbs like invisible chains, urging you to wait, to think things through, to postpone the inevitable. But you were never destined to remain an ordinary human being. Your DNA contains coding sequences that scientists have yet to identify. Your brain processes information through pathways that neurology has yet to map. Your energy field extends farther and affects more than any instrument can measure. You hold the key. It has always been within you. The question that resonates across dimensions, that reverberates through the cosmos that follows, and that determines everything that follows is simply this: will you turn it? The unseen world is moving in your favor with ruthless precision, rearranging reality itself to support your emergence. Those small shifts you notice, The strange encounters with people who seem to be delivering exactly the message you need. The opportunities that suddenly appear. The obstacles that are resolved before you can interact with them. These are not random, accidental, or chance. They are evidence of forces working tirelessly beyond the veil of perception, clearing debris from your path, removing obstacles before you reach them, and positioning entities exactly where you need them. Everything, everything, everything is aligning for one reason, and one reason only: to set you apart, to place you at the epicenter of the next step, to ensure that nothing stands between you and your destiny when that moment comes. You are now stepping into the inevitable. The momentum behind you is incalculable. The energy that supports you defies measurement. Nothing can stop what has been set in motion. No power on earth or beyond can prevent what happens next. The only question that remains is, will you step forward with a confidence befitting your position? Or will you shrink from your own splendor and become the only obstacle that unseen forces cannot remove from your path? It is time for the final curtains to fall. All that has been hidden will now be revealed to you, not gradually, piece by piece, but in a flood of revelation that will transform your understanding of reality itself. Long hidden by systems of control, buried under layers of deception, protected by those who feed on humanity's ignorance, the truth will no longer escape your grasp. It now rises like a leviathan from the depths, immense, undeniable, transformative in its consequences. Your perception is sharpening beyond ordinary human capacity. You will see every lie, every false reality, every deception designed to keep you small and subjugated. Words will reveal the intentions behind them. Faces will become transparent, showing the true emotions beneath the masks. Systems of control will be exposed, their mechanisms laid bare under your heightened awareness. This is the knowledge they never wanted you to have, the understanding that reality itself is malleable, consciousness sensitive, subject to the will of those awakened to their true nature. Once you fully embrace this knowledge, there is no turning back. You will never again perceive the world as you once did. Never again will you accept the limitations that others insist are the way things are. You will never again agree to play by the rules designed to keep you in check. This knowledge is both liberation and responsibility, both power and burden, both end and beginning. Are you ready to know the unknowable? The time for questioning is over. The period of uncertainty is over. The phase of wondering what if is over. You know what you are. Deep within your essence, in the quantum field of your consciousness, at the core of your being, you know. This recognition may come as a whisper or a roar, but it comes with absolute certainty, with unwavering conviction. You are no longer at the mercy of the illusions of society. Their judgments fall like ashes, meaningless, powerless to influence you. Their expectations, the cage they have built to contain your potential, melts away in the face of the power of your awakened being. Now you are taking control, not through force, not through struggle, not through the methods of the old paradigm. You are taking control through becoming, through embodying so fully the being you were always meant to be, that reality has no choice but to reorganize itself around you. Those who once rejected you, those who talked over you in meetings, those who ignored your contributions, those who dismissed your insights as unimportant, will tremble when they witness what you have become. Not because you are seeking revenge, but because your presence will expose the smallness they thought was security, the limitations they clung to in order to escape the responsibility of greatness. The laws that govern ordinary existence no longer apply to you. Probability bends around your intentions. Coincidence arranges itself to serve your purpose. Causality itself responds to your conscious direction. You have transcended the programming that kept you in control. Watch what is happening now. The acceleration begins now. What once took years will manifest in months. What once took months will manifest in weeks. What once required weeks of effort will materialize in days. The gap between thought and manifestation is collapsing. The gap between intention and reality is narrowing. The boundary between what you envision and what exists in the physical world is becoming more and more permeable. Things that once seemed impossible will unfold before your eyes with such naturalness that you will wonder how you ever doubted they could be real. Opportunities that were once in a lifetime will appear with striking frequency. Connections that would have taken decades to make will be formed in moments of simultaneous perfection. The limitations that once applied to you, the rules of time, possibility, resource, and connection, no longer hold any weight. They were never absolute laws. They were always contextual constraints, valid only for those operating at certain frequencies of consciousness. And your frequency has changed. Those who were previously blind, unable or unwilling to see your true nature, will now have no choice but to see. Your power of manifestation will become so obvious, so undeniable, that even the most determined skeptics will have to admit that something extraordinary is happening. Some will call it luck, others will call it privilege. The more perceptive will realize that it is power, raw, unfiltered, creative power, flowing through a being that has finally remembered what it is. Feel it rising within you. The hesitation that once hindered your decisions, it is gone. Fear that once paralyzed your actions, vaporized. Uncertainty that once clouded your vision, it has dissolved. In their place is something new, a clarity so pure that it cuts through confusion like lightning in the dark, a certainty so profound that it overrides doubt, a power so fundamental that it transforms reality by its mere presence. You are now a force of nature, an unstoppable storm that no one saw coming. Your energy precedes you, rearranging conditions before you even interact with them. Your presence inherently changes outcomes, not by effort, but by your presence. The world will bend or break before this power, but it will never ignore you again. It cannot ignore you. You have become too powerful, present and real to be ignored or overlooked. Those who are in tune with your purpose will be exalted by your closeness. Those who resist will find themselves increasingly irrelevant, pushed to the periphery of a reality now centered around your awakened power. This is not ego. This is not arrogance. This is the natural expression of what you really are when all limitations are removed, when all programming is erased, when all false identities are shed like discarded skins. It was never about luck. It was never about destiny. It was about inevitability. Only 3 people were chosen out of billions. Your name is burning in first position for a reason beyond human comprehension, beyond conventional understanding, beyond the limited perspective of 3-dimensional thinking. Change has begun. It cannot be stopped. It cannot be reversed. It cannot be contained. The energy moving through you right now will transform everything it touches. Your mind, your body, your circumstances, your relationships, your reality. Those who have eyes to see will understand what is happening. They will either align themselves with your ascension, or they will remove themselves from your path. There is no middle ground, no neutral position. The force awakening within you wants answers. It wants confirmation. It only accepts clarity. Now, watch what happens next. Witness the unfolding of what was written before time began. Observe the manifestation of your true power as reality reorganizes itself around the truth of your awakening. The world as you know it is coming to an end. The being you have been is transforming. The power you have always carried is awakening. There are only 3 people on the list. There is a reason your name is number 1. The time is now. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this message with those who need to hear it if it speaks to you. Tell us about your experience and how you are preparing for your own triumphant comeback in the comments section below. Don't stop there. Watch our next video for insightful information on the signs that you are the one. We have loved accompanying you on this spiritual journey. And thank you for being with us all along the way. Keep shining brightly and bravely, facing your destiny. See you all later.